Hello, welcome to Sound Bites. I'm your host, Holly Whitfield. I'm the digital director at the Daily Memphian. I'm here with my fellow Daily Memphian staffer, Sophia Surrett, who is, if you have not heard, our new food writer. She's also just come off her first time really attending the Memphis and May barbecue competition. So we're going to talk about that and get to know her a little bit better again today. More on that in a second, but welcome, Sophia.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. I know you are tired from covering the barbecue competition recently. Just slightly. All right, well, we're going to get this energy back up. We're going to get some information out there so people can get excited about what's new with the Daily Memphian food coverage. First, no, this is Sound Bites. It is the Daily Memphian's weekly food, drink, and dining podcast. It's a part of our free podcast series. Make sure you're not missing out on any great episodes of Sound Bites by subscribing for free. Again, for free, wherever you get your pods. Plus, you can hear the latest episode of Sound Bites on WYXR, Thursdays at 11. If you are listening right now on WYXR, up next, tune into the Sidebar podcast with our Daily Memphian CEO, Eric Barnes. He talks with Mid-South arts and culture leaders, gets into some really deep conversations about what's going on in Memphis, what's good, what's bad, what's fun. Make sure you listen to that. But let's get all the way going with Sophia. Thanks again for being here.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
So you were a guest with me on Sound Bites way back in November 2023, which I was looking that up earlier, and I was like, oh, it was probably like, I think, well, you probably were on one of our staffer episodes where we did like really quick interviews, but this was like a full episode with you, and I was like, oh, it was like 6 months ago. No, this was November 2023. So this was a while ago. And at that time, you were in the business department, a business reporter, and you were one of your focuses was real estate, restaurant real estate. So like openings and closings, which is probably a full-time job in itself in Memphis. But now you are our full-time food writer. So you're doing all of that and this. What happened?
Yeah. So I've been here for 3 years now. Well, July 10th is my anniversary, but I started as a business reporter reporting on restaurant real estate, residential real estate, and hospitality and tourism. My beats fluctuated to every single business beat over 2.5 years. But one thing I kept always was restaurant real estate and hospitality and tourism. So when we first interviewed, I had just started my real estate column, Food Files.
Yes.
And I think that was kind of the push, not push, but the reason I was kind of on Soundbites first, kind of introduced that column. And so I actually applied for this position like a year ago. Mm-hmm. And I will say, like, I'm early on in my career, so food reviewing, I hadn't really dipped my toes in before.
Right.
So that was something that I think kind of like was like, maybe once you get a little bit more that under your belt.
Some experience.
Yeah. And so oh my gosh, how long has it been? Like 3 weeks, a month?
Yeah.
Ago, I was asked if I wanted to do this role. And I was like, oh my gosh, like how the turntables.
Yeah.
So I was like, let's go. I was so excited. And so now I still do restaurant real estate, and I still do hospitality tourism for the time being. We have hired a new business reporter who will be overtaking my former beats. So still doing restaurant real estate, Food Files. Don't worry, my loyal Food File fans.
They're rabid. They gotta know.
It's staying.
Who's opening, who's closing.
Franchises, expansions.
We're on in and out watch. Is that what someone said in one of the comments the other day?
No, we are.
We are actually on in and out watch. It's hard, and I don't even want to get into this right now because I want to make sure we get back to your bio. Even though we talked about it in the first episode you were on, I want you to give us like where you're from.
Yeah.
Because you're also from the South, like me, and many of us, but not from Memphis. So we're going to get into that. But like people have really strong feelings about local restaurants, and so do we. Like we love local.
Yes.
But it is a part of our community that we have these chains and franchises and Chick-fil-A's and In-N-Outs and whoever else is coming in here building things. And so we're going to let you know all of it.
Yeah.
So that's why we cover it all. And also, y'all say you only want to click on local restaurants. And you're lying because you click on everything.
Yeah. Everyone wanted to know what that Dunkin'/Buffalo Wild Wings to go is about. So
what is it about?
Honestly, I don't know what they're thinking. I mean, listen, I love a Buffalo Wild Wings. Their buffalo chicken like ranch wrap, I think is what it's called. Haven't had it in ages, but it still sounds good. But I mean, our comments were going crazy, which I thought was hilarious, about like coffee and Buffalo Wild Wings.
Well, we've been through the Kentucky Hut in our lives, like Kentucky Fried Chicken, Taco Bell, Pizza Hut combination restaurant, which I just love. I guess that was a thing in some cities. So this is like a Dunkin' Wings or Buffalo Wild Donuts.
And there's going to be more coming.
Wow.
At least 2 more.
You heard it here first, folks. Let's get back to you. How long have you lived in Memphis? Where are you from? How did you get here?
Yeah. So I am from Birmingham, Alabama, in a suburb called Trussville. It used to be smaller. Now it's like bigger. So I can't really say small town anymore.
Trustful.
Trust. Trussville.
Oh, Trussville.
Sorry. I say Trussville.
Got it.
You know, Ville is not Ville in the South. It's Vole.
You're right.
And so I'm from there. I lived there until I was born and raised until I was 10. And then my dad got a job in corporate. So we made a little 2-year stop in Peoria, Illinois, in a small town called Dunlap, Illinois. I lived there for 2 years. And then we made another pit stop in old Nashville, Tennessee, Hendersonville, for 2 years. And then I ended up back in my hometown of Trussville for my last 3 of high school.
Nice.
I stayed in Alabama for the next 4 years after I graduated at University of Alabama. Roll Tide. Sorry, UT fans, get out of the way.
Et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, I'm not a sports fan, but I'm an Alabama fan.
There you go.
Hands
down. I think
down.
like a lot of people are that way.
Yeah. So I found this job. Actually, funny enough, I easy applied on LinkedIn. Because when you're coming out of college, like, it's so overwhelming.
Applying.
Yes, it's so overwhelming. And I easy applied on everything, which now I don't recommend because a lot of people don't actually check that. And I asked I asked Mary Casciola, our editorial director, I was like, do y'all even check that? She said, not a lot. So, and when I looked at the requirements, it said, please send your resume to this email. And I didn't. But came back to it because Keely Brewer, our former environmental reporter, who was on the agriculture desk. She was like a Report for America girly reporter. So she is now in New York. She's in publishing. Really well. Like, she loves her job. This is something like it fits her so well. Miss you, Keely, if you're listening. And so she sent this. She went to Alabama, and funny enough, I had only met her a handful of times. We were both media writing center tutors, essentially. We had back-to-back shifts. And this is kind of a side story, but I accidentally shocked myself. And it fully I did the wave involuntarily.
Oh, no.
And she was there for that. And so that was a fun memory we had. But 2 months later, she had sent this resume to one of her friends, who was my friend, who sent it to me because she already had a job. And I applied. It was for the business reporter. And 3 weeks later, I was packing my stuff to go from Tuscaloosa, Alabama on the second to last day of my lease to downtown Memphis in South Junction, if y'all know where that is. So that's how I got here.
It's amazing.
Yeah. I mean,
shocked into Memphis.
Yeah. And I walked for the first 3 days to the office when we used to live in the lofts on Tennessee Street. Did I say we used to live? When we used to have our office.
But that's fair.
Yeah. So I walked there because it was only a 3-minute walk. But man, July heat, I immediately said no.
No, that's not the time to walk. Maybe a lot of other times. Okay, so what interests you in the job as the food writer? I know you applied initially, and then when the job's open again, it was time. Yeah,
so restaurant real estate, honestly, made me kind of fall in love with the atmosphere. I've created a pretty extensive source list.
Yeah.
Because there are, like you said, restaurant openings, closings, expansions, franchises, are all the time here. And so and for a little bit, we didn't have a food writer while I was here, a full-time one. And so I really kind of was going everywhere. And I loved it. I loved reporting on food. Reporting on food, meaning reporting on, when I say real estate, I'm going to just say food, but I mean the real estate part of it.
Right.
I loved meeting everyone, the small business type of ownership, getting to hear people's stories. my cuisine palette was not expanded, or not really far expanded at all, outside of like typical Southern classic food. And so, yeah, it was like I just really enjoyed being able to expand my knowledge of local restaurants, cuisines, and yeah, I just kind of fell in love with it. And it was actually my former boss, sorry, James Overstreet, who was like, I think you'd really enjoy this. And he actually was the one who urged me to apply for it.
That's great. Okay, we're going to get back to learning about food and expanding your palate, because I relate to that story very deeply. But Barbecue Fest, World Championship Barbecue Cooking Contest, Memphis in May, mouthful.
Yeah.
You'd been before once, but not really.
Not really.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went on like, it was kind of a last minute. I was on the state and they were like, hey, do you want to come like stop at this tent? So we ended up going for like, I'd say a couple hours.
Just to hang out at a tent.
Just to hang out.
This time was very different for you.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me about your first time experiencing this, because I got to experience Barbecue Fest like as a guest, as an attendee, as a visitor, as something fun, then later as kind of like in the marketing influencing sphere doing social media, and then I've also gone to experience it on the reporting side, and that is next level.
Wow, you've really done your Barbecue Fest. You're a veteran.
I'm a veteran. I'm old. But no, I just mean like I've approached it from different angles.
Yeah.
And definitely the reporting angle is the most challenging. And that's the one you jumped right into.
Oh, yeah. I was like, let's go. Let's pork it up. Just kidding.
Yeah.
I don't know if that'll catch on. But so Barbecue Fest was something else. Also, I keep calling it Barbecue Fest, and I know everyone does, but like
we know it's a contest.
Yeah,
it's fine. We're going to use
but
it
I feel like it's a festival. Like the amount of things that are there, it's more than one contest.
Yes.
Like if they do that dual thing that they're thinking about, maybe they should call it Barbecue Fest. Just a suggestion. That happens. But yeah, it was the events and the entertainment were interesting. Miss Piggy Idol was something I wasn't I wasn't really prepared for. I love the parodies. The dancing was something I was not expecting. People were getting into it.
Yep.
Very creative.
Yep.
Very creative.
Everyone's so creative,
yes,
as they say on the internet.
Yes. And then sauce wrestling was something I didn't need to witness or see, but I feel like it was a rite of passage. For
well said.
Fest. And I didn't realize it was like very fake. I was thinking people were gonna actually be like
the Greco-Roman,
well, maybe not gladiator style, but like fully. I thought they were actually gonna be wrestling. And then I was pretty far away, so it looked like it. And then I walked up closer, and I'm like, oh,
it's like fun wrestling, like Memphis style wrestling, but with sauce. So
oh yeah, the sauce was crazy. I looked at all the photographers after and they were covered, and I'm like, I'm not jealous of that at all.
No. But that's just kind of the kickoff events, the traditions that are still there. Then you get into like, so to speak, the meat of it.
That is true. Sorry, the events really just took me away. So they had their first open live fire experience, and so I walked around there and tried their food. Everyone keeps asking what that is. It literally is what it sounds like. Like I think of like a gym rack. Like imagine a gym rack, like you're like bench pressing or something, with meat hanging on it and like a live fire. Like it's if you took like a fire pit and put some metal on the top and were a grate, and that it just like kind of like cooks from the bottom to the top, and that's what makes it difficult, because it's like where things are, how much heat, the wind. There's a lot of elements involved. But I tried it, a few of theirs, and it was really good. It's like a very smoky flavor without being too intense. And then I went to different people's tents and I tried their stuff, which was obviously more traditional barbecuing. And it was really good. I enjoyed like trying the different kinds of it. I'm a side girl. Like I love I think they're called ancillary categories.
Yeah.
So the ancillaries, I love those. I love coleslaw, potato salad, like the traditional Southern sides of barbecue. I'm a mayonnaise coleslaw person. Sorry for those vinegar fans. That's not for me. But circling back, I had a lot of fun, like seeing people's creativity in their tents. I don't know how they hold people. Mm-hmm. It's like kind of like the fair, you know, when they throw stuff like those roller coasters up and you're like, I'm just going to trust this, even though it could collapse any second. Not that it did. But right. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed
double-decker, triple-decker tents at Barbecue Fest. The first time you're like, is this allowed? But they've been doing it.
Yeah, I was like, this is a lot. I got my steps in.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Got my steps in. And I had sinus surgery. The Friday, so May 8th, the Friday before it started on Wednesday. And I had, sorry, I don't know if this is like necessary, but I had a deviated septum. So like I got that fixed and they had like these splints in my nose, these plastic splints. So I couldn't really smell. Mm-hmm. So the smoke part of it didn't really bother me for the first 2 days because I couldn't smell it. But after that Thursday morning when I got them out, I was like, whoa, smoky.
Yeah, this is a full sensory experience.
Oh, yeah. And so
at Liberty Park. Yeah.
Yeah. So I got to smell it afterwards, which was nice because then I like the live fire experience. I got to like smell and taste and all of that. And so that was definitely interesting. So my first day or two of coverage, I was like trying my best to like do the best I could to encapsulate it. And then the rest, I was like, there's so much here to
people in Memphis are pretty into just their smokers, their traditional barbecue, their hot wings. But live fire cooking competition has been a trend internationally now for quite some time. Yeah. It's bled over into like the barbecue realms. Like we had some of the judging coordinators and judging vice chairs on for Memphis in May, Michelle and Brandon O'Gwen, that are really involved in their own cooking competitions. Of course, they don't cook in the competition at Memphis in May because they're doing the judging, organizing.
Right.
They're super involved in the live fire and like Smoke Slam have live fire. So when you hear this live fire thing, like open flame cooking, it's not just some random thing that Memphis in May is like, we're doing. Like it is an international
And it's been in Memphis. It was
area.
at Smoke Slam.
Yeah, it was at Smoke Slam. It kind of moved over to Memphis in May this year. So like once people wrap their head around that, they're going to love it too. What was the awards ceremony and being backstage during the awards or being in the crowd at the awards like?
Yeah. So this year, because last year it kind of got rained on, so they had to do all the awards on one night, which is why it lasted way past midnight. This time it didn't.
Yay.
God. So I was there for a little bit Thursday or Friday night's awards, but the big final awards, Ron Childers has a booming voice.
Yeah.
From Action News 5 Weatherman. I can see why he's an anchor, or not an anchor, but like he has a very like, you know, when people are broadcast and they have that voice, they have that voice.
He commands the presence. Yeah.
Yeah. And so that was, he definitely like kept the crowd engaged for like, I don't know, 3 hours. So, I mean, he did his job.
It's a long awards.
It's a long ceremony. But it was really, I mean, it was really sweet to see like everyone get so excited, especially the kids. Like, Patrick Lanchip, our photographer, got a lot of good shots of like these children like screaming happiness, even if it was their parents' tents. Like they were holding up the trophy, like they had won, like how I was referring to earlier, a gladiator type war.
Yeah.
They were like holding up the trophy, like was like, yeah, it was just really cute actually. And when I went backstage, it's less like hectic than you would think. It's very chill. But I went back there and I met Heath Riles of Heath Riles Barbecue, the first back-to-back grand champion in 42 years. Also won first place in ribs category this year and last year. And that was really cool, just to kind of see like people are still like, even though like this is really cool and like this world championship title, which people have argued about if that's true or not, it's very... They're pretty humble, honestly.
Yeah.
And they like give a lot of credit to their teams, which I mean, they can be like 10 to 40 people teams depending on how big their team is and what they're competing in and all of that.
He's a chill guy.
He's a chill dude. He's just a Memphis dude.
I love that. So one thing you've alluded to in some of your table talk columns, which is part of your new job now, you are writing a table talk column every week. We're going to talk more about Memphis, Daily Memphian's food coverage and kind of go down the list of what people can expect to see from Sophia and the team. But you've kind of talked about in some of your early columns that you are prepared to step out of your culinary comfort zone in this role. Like you said earlier, it's like, it's no secret you're early in your career. But how are you thinking about that? How are you kind of wrapping your head around it? How are you keeping your mind open to trying new and different things? And, what have you kind of learned in the year since you first applied for the job that now makes you qualified and ready to go?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think everyone's continuing to I'm continuing to expand my palate every week. And ever since first time I applied, and they're like, well, maybe like work. I was like, and I did work on that. I was like, I'm going to try all these different things and cuisines and all of that. And so I'll kind of go most recently. I tried, so silly of me, I thought calamari meant fried calamari immediately because calamari means squid. I thought calamari was fried squid or just fried. Yeah, thank you. And I tried it barbecue skewer style. Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Yeah.
They asked me if I wanted to try it. I was hesitant at first, and I'm like, Sophia, this is your job.
Yep.
You've got to get over your pickiness. And it wasn't even the pickiness of the flavor. I'm a texture person. And that's like the thing that kind of stops me sometimes. And so I was like, Sophia, put your big girl pants on. You've got this.
Yeah.
So then I tried it. And I tried the tentacles first, which even just sounds weird saying. And they were fine. The suckers were a little rough. That was interesting. And then
that's a tough one in terms of like texture. Like if you're going to work on your texture palette, that's
jumping right in. Yeah. And then the squid part itself, it tastes like if you were to eat like a fin of a dolphin or shark or something like that. Mm-hmm. Like that kind of like what you would imagine feeling is what I kind of gathered from that. Because it was just like the body itself was like all in one piece. It was I don't know. You'll just have to experience it. But for those, the flavor, tasting, seasoning was great.
Yeah.
So if you like I had their lamb skewers, so good. Oh, sorry. Mingzha dumpling. I'm not even saying where I'm at. Mingzha dumpling in Cordova recently opened. Love lamb skewers. But also I've not been a mushroom person. Doing a quick side turn.
I'm not really either. I've had them all. I tried them all, eat them all, but that's not my first choice usually.
It's like that kind of texture part where it just looks slimy and unappetizing because it's like a weird color and, I don't know. I've never had a reason to expand my palate until like being an adult and wanting to be a mature eater. So I tried it in like a Philly cheesesteak that my friend made with bell peppers and all of this stuff. And I actually liked it. Like I didn't mind and I tried one by itself and it wasn't as bad as I had made it out to be. And I'm really taking a dive into it and really letting the Mushroom Queen. I feel like I'm going to the right person to try and fully dive into that realm. I'm going to the Juneteenth dinner, the Umami Amora year 2. And I'm really excited. I think the experience is going to be great, but also the food itself, if there's going to be mushroom dishes, I'm sure there will be. I feel like that's the best place to start, not not trying it myself to cook with something that I haven't really cooked with before. So that's going to be out of my comfort zone. So I'm excited about that. And I mean, I feel like I'm going to, as the more I go, the more opportunities I am going to be able to try it. And whenever I go places, I always end up trying other people's meals as well, to see.
Sharing. You got to do it.
Yeah. I mean, that way I don't have to dive into something. But I'm a meat person. I love meat.
Yeah. You said in one of your columns that you're a carnivore.
I am.
But you're not. But okay. What does that mean? Because some people that means that they only eat meat.
I don't only eat meat, but it's something I like. Well, if I'm going to eat something, sometimes I forget, just a protein for dinner isn't I forget a side of, and even though I'm a sides person, I either eat sides by themselves, kind of like girl dinner vibes.
Yeah.
Or I'm I just need to eat. I'm going to cook this chicken and make it really good chicken. And my roommate's are you not going to eat anything else with that? I'm oh, I mean,
sometimes.
So, I mean, I'm just a meat lover. Sometimes that means by itself. Sometimes that means no, but I don't only eat meat. But I do feel that is definitely one of my big food categories.
What is one of your earlier food memories, or how did you eat growing up?
Pretty much Southern classic, I feel like, is what I could say.
Yeah.
Like, I grew up on Salisbury steak, minus the mushrooms, of course.
Mm-hmm.
That was on the side for me. But I had that and mashed potatoes and green, like those early green peas or early peas.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you call those. I'm a big pea and bean person too.
Mm-hmm.
So ever since I was younger, I loved beans. Lima beans particularly are my favorite. Aren't those called like butter beans too? And some, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know that till later, but lima beans, those are what I grew up on too. But I also grew up on spaghetti, but I feel like that's so basic. Like,
it's basic, but it's what you eat. I mean,
yeah.
Like we were talking about this a little bit before. I mean, I grew up in South Mississippi. Not really a big family of like the culinary arts were not our passion when I was growing up.
Like you're not going to get different kinds of cuisines.
Like my mom worked in the ER and my dad was also in the medical field. Like we did not have big feasts. So we were eating, ground beef 5 ways every week. It's like hamburger helper a little bit, spaghetti, tacos, like white people taco night, like all these things. And so when like I grew up and moved to Memphis is when I like, if a friend asked me to come eat somewhere, I was like, yes, every single time. And then working in the restaurant industry as well, in lots of different kinds of places, getting exposed the way that you're kind of talking about, you're getting exposed, going to different events, trying food prepared by chefs, not just me going to the store trying to figure out like how to make shawarma. Like I'm going to the place to get it.
Yeah.
Right. It kind of gives you a perspective that other people may share if they're not as adventurous.
Yeah.
But you can still speak to the people who are big foodies, if we're still using that word, or people who have eaten everywhere. Like it's kind of giving, looking at Memphis' food scene through fresh eyes.
Yeah. And I mean, we didn't eat out all the time either. Like we ate like after church, like our thing was Olive Garden or Red Lobster, like very like those kind of restaurants. And
we got fried catfish takeout.
Yes, we love fried catfish. My dad would like to cook it, but my mom's like, absolutely not in this house with all the frying and oil and smell. But one of my actually was thinking about this. I used to peel the potatoes and we used to like mash them and do everything by hand for mashed potatoes. And then my mom discovered Bob Evans, and we have not returned to making our own mashed potatoes since.
Respect.
Yeah,
I mean, Ina Garten would say if you can't summon the flames directly from hell, store-bought is fine. Probably goes with potatoes too. And
that has been consistent in my family. Also, A1 sauce has been a consistent frequent flyer.
Do you get A1 sauce when you go get a really fancy steak?
No, actually not. I like to put it, I'm weird. I like to put it in my mac and cheese or mashed potatoes. It's so good.
Okay, let's talk about food coverage for the Daily Memphian. What is the plan? I will mention one thing, the recipe exchange that we usually publish on weekends. It's a subscriber-only perk, but we've got Jennifer Chandler, a longtime Memphis food writer, part of our staff, still a great friend of the Daily Memphian, writing for us and finding a lot of recipes from restaurants that we love. She's recently done, this isn't a restaurant, but she got the spanakopita recipe from the Greek festival that happens every year. She's got Babalu's guacamole. She has her own pimento cheese biscuits. Felicia Willette's deviled eggs recipe. I mean, I love deviled eggs. That's a reveal right there. So we still do have that recipe exchange, but I thought you could tell us about the rest that you know for sure, and then what you're kind of considering for food coverage.
Yeah, so like I said earlier, Food File fans, still going to have that on Fridays. Table Talk, like Holly mentioned, that'll be on Wednesdays. And I do Sunday features or a weekend feature of restaurants or restaurateurs or something along those lines of what's coming. And then $15 deals, which we've had freelancers for. We'll still kind of have those filling in. I'm going to start doing those. Mm-hmm. So you will see those back on the Daily Memphian page soon-ish. And then eventually I'm thinking new eats. So that series will come back at some point. I don't know the frequency of it, but it'll definitely come back. And that will be another way to expand my palate. So take that journey with me, everyone.
Yes, please do.
And Holly, you're more than welcome to join me in those.
I think we're going to be having some snacks together for sure. And of course, we'll continue to have sound bites weekly, interviewing people that Sophia's talked to, people that Sophia hasn't talked to, and Sophia herself, among others. I'm I wanted to mention for the $15 deals, it has been a bit of a journey, just like all of our food coverage the last few years. It started out as a Jennifer Biggs project back when it was the $10 deals. Now we've had to kind of up it to $15 deals because of capital R reasons that I'm sure people can imagine. We've had various different freelancers share, their voices on their picks for $15 deals and $10 deals. Joshua Carlucci was with us for a while, finding really great spots and I don't want to say hidden gems, but hidden gems where you could get a good deal. Someone the other day said they found the best bagel in Memphis, cat sourdough, and it wasn't Hive. And I was like, girl, I guess I got to get to Cats and try it. But people are making claims out here. So definitely make sure you read. These stories are a mix of subscriber-only benefits, which is really important because that supports all the rest of the journalism we do and all the rest of the food journalism that Sophia is writing. But some of it you can just read, but free with an email address. I just want to make sure not everything is behind the paywall. Yep. Okay, I asked our followers on social media for some questions. And we're not going to get to all of them, and we may still get some more after this that we can put in a little write-up with this Soundbites episode featuring Sophia Surrett, new food writer at Daily Memphian. Mm-hmm. But we got a few. One from Anonymous. What's your pet peeve about restaurants?
Oof. Okay. I would have to say whenever there are discrepancies between social media platforms or their website about hours in their name, whether that's a capital letter on or capital word on one, not capital word on the other, or having a certain if it's co at the end or not co at the end with an and sign or not and sign, the little squiggly.
Yeah. The ampersand.
Yeah, just trying to make sure I'm accurate, but sometimes it's hard when the hours aren't listed correctly or there are two different kinds of hours, and same thing with the names. That's probably the thing, but I understand it's hard to keep those consistent if there are changes ever because of customer demand or whatever.
Yeah, but names and hours and addresses, I can say, are pretty important details.
Yeah.
This one is from me. How do you approach a story if the experience at the restaurant wasn't great for whatever reason?
That's a tough one.
Mm-hmm.
I think sometimes maybe just not writing about it.
It depends on what it's for. If you're going for a review, you're going to say what you have to say.
Oh, yeah.
But if it's not for a review and you're trying a bunch of different places to pick one to feature.
Right. Yeah, luckily, I haven't came across that yet, luckily. I think when I do come across it, I'm going to try and find maybe the experiences that are good or trying to find some kind of benefit of the doubt. But like you said, be honest, but also have grace for these people that maybe it's just a one-time occurrence. Maybe I'll go back.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like it's going to be a unique bridge every time I cross that. Hopefully not a lot.
That's a tough one, and it's really been a tough one, especially in post-COVID world where people are really defensive of their local restaurants, and they're people are also now have less money maybe to spend on going out to eat, so it's more important that they know. So that's a tricky one. We're all going to hold hands and navigate it together and give each other grace, whatever side of this story we're on. What's an underrated spot that you want to shine a light on? This one is also for me. Okay. And then I'll go straight into the reader questions.
I feel like this is so hard. I feel like there's so many restaurants in Memphis that oh gosh.
Or maybe one that you're working on a story that might be out.
Maybe I'll do that because I feel like there's so many of the other ones I don't even know where to start. No comment. Former wine bar is now becoming a restaurant. And so I sat down with co-owner Paul Gilliam, and I spoke with him about this new menu that they're going to have. And I also spoke with their chef, Chef Mustafa. And so I talked with him about this Indian Italian cuisine fusion he's going to be doing. So I talked with them, and it's really going to have the Italian classic base foundation with Indian spices, Indian twist on it. And then that'll be half of the menu. The other half will be seasonal and also more of the I feel like it's kind of what stuff they already had already.
Snacks.
Yeah.
Girl dinners.
Girl dinners, but also a little bit more than girl dinners.
Okay.
Just like not in that Indian and Italian cuisine category. There are also, so one thing they were known for was oysters. And they said they will have oysters back eventually. The only thing with oysters, they're seasonal.
Yeah,
right?
Of course.
And also they want to make sure they get this new menu down and then introduce oysters again later. And so that don't worry, guys. The oyster followers, they will be back eventually.
I love that. That's a great one to look forward to and something really unique. Okay.
Yeah.
Larry Clark is Memphian, a reader, always a great supporter of local media and blogs. Thank you, Larry. He's got a bunch of questions. We can go rapid fire.
Sure.
Where to eat after midnight?
Ooh, oh my gosh. I feel like I'm old when I say this. I don't really stay up past midnight anymore. But I do really enjoy, I think depending on the days, well, I live downtown. I'll start with that.
Yeah.
I really like Max's Sports Bar Pizza.
Yeah, like school lunchroom pizza.
Yeah. Well, they have this Maine Honey Gold or something like that. It's their buffalo chicken pizza. It's really good.
Interesting.
Yeah. I also like so I'm trying to think. The E&H burger is pretty classic. Granted, if you're not going in there to go in there, it's kind of like weird to not
it's
weird
a commitment.
To get, but it's hard. Yeah, it's hard to like find that place and get in there. Yeah, I feel like it's kind of hard now. I feel like I'm such like a early bed goer.
Ernestine Hazel's is like you can get it sober. That's a pretty good one.
Oh yeah, Ernestine Hazel. Sorry, everyone. Called it E&H.
E&H. Okay, this is great. What was your favorite food that your family made at home or makes at home now?
My dad honestly makes a good filet mignon. He makes a really good filet mignon. Sometimes he'll bacon wrap it.
Mm-hmm. Does he do it on the grill? Or does he do that like oven trick?
Both. He boths it.
He boths it. Amazing. Thank you, Larry, for those questions. Ross Harris asked, what are dry ribs?
Ooh, dry ribs. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's just like dry rub.
Yeah.
Like it's like sometimes you can get that ooey gooey sticky stuff, which I like more, in my opinion, depending on obviously flavor. But dry rubs or dry rub ribs.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like dry seasoning. It's like when people are like, I got that good dry rub. That's like you can put it on like the ribs beforehand. It's really just a lot of like dry seasonings. Okay.
Where's the best barbecue in Memphis? This is from Lex on my Instagram. Thanks, Lex.
Thank you, Lex. I
just
feel
going
like
straight for the heart.
Straight for the heart. I think that this is a multi-question because I think different places have my favorite types of barbecue.
All right.
So Cozy Corner ribs. Fall off the bone. I still dream about them from the first time I had them. I like the pulled pork from Central. That's something that I've really enjoyed. I like the burnt ends, burnt tips, whatever you want to call them, from Ritzy's Barbecue. That one's a newer barbecue place. And then I do enjoy experience-y, tourism-wise. I do like the Rendezvous vibe. I mean, their barbecue, obviously, I think this is pretty controversial. Like when people ask, like, what's your favorite barbecue? I'm not necessarily saying Rendezvous has the best, but I do think that it's like a classic option. And I do kind of just like the atmosphere vibe in there is great.
It's a good one.
So, but I mean, I feel like I'm still discovering different kinds of barbecue every day, like place-wise, and I don't want to like concrete my choices. But as of now, where I am at in my barbecue journey, that is where I stand. Granted, a lot of the stuff that I had over this past week, I'm going to have to kind of venture out and try even more.
It's hard to get competition barbecue on a regular basis. It basically just doesn't happen. So it's almost like you're always trying to get the place that can replicate that.
Yeah, it's like skewing my results.
Yeah.
Skewering. Skewers.
That's the perfect note to end on. Sophia, that's all the time we have for now. Thank you so much. This is Sophia Surrett from the Daily Memphian. I'm Holly Whitfield from the Daily Memphian, and this is Soundbites from the Daily Memphian. Tune in to this podcast on WYXR Radio Thursdays at 11, or listen wherever you get your podcasts, on your apps and your phones and your devices and your computers. You can also listen for free at all those places and at dailymemphian.com. Thank you again, Sophia. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Signing off.
Signing off.